had a great conversation with Shannon Clancy. Shannon Clancy is the CEO of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. It's one of the organizations I talk about very often. I love very, very much. There are so many ways you can serve the community around you. One of the things that has been the best part of doing this job, as long as I have, is how people respond in the community when you point them in the right direction. When you show somebody there's an organization that does great things and they do it the right way and they are great stewards of your time and your money, people sign up to volunteer, people sign up to give. And I can tell you with all confidence, St. Vincent de Paul is one of those organizations. So talking about the economy, and there are so many things in this pile that I have, housing affordability has plummeted to the lowest level on record in the year of 2023. Car ownership costs are skyrocketing. All of these things in front of me. But when you look at the need around us, and this is one of the great things that I love about this valley and about the people of Arizona, is we understand that we all have issues. Our problems are real. There are people facing health issues, economic issues, loneliness, depression, sadness. But this time of year tends to be the time when people are nicer to each other. We look at the blessings in our lives as opposed to the issues in our lives. And we are always looking to do more for people. So I want you to hear this. Shannon Clancy talks about how many meals are given out on Christmas Day. This is from the headline.
It's 7,000 meals that we'll be serving on Christmas Day, making sure that people have a meal just like they would with family at home. But we are serving 7,000 meals a day every day, 365 days a year right now. And that is almost double what we were serving last year. So really trying to reach out and support more people.
There are so many different ways that they serve. And so this is the time of year, especially when I look at things, I think, man, there's got to be ways that I can affect people's lives. I can make a positive impact on what's happening with people. And one of the partners that we've partnered with, I've talked to United Food Bank in the East Valley, great work they do at St. Mary's Food Bank. But St. Vincent de Paul is so comprehensive in the number of things that they do. And the reason why I'm focusing on them is to have this, you realize they serve 7,000 meals every day. They have to coordinate the purchase of that food, and they do that through the kindness and the giving of their donors. They have to coordinate the people that work for St. Vincent de Paul that are part of their permanent staff, a huge army of people that volunteer. Now, this time of year, the great thing is, this is the time of year when people volunteer, and it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. We're mindful of it. So part of your giving back, you choose an organization, and it doesn't have to be St. Vincent de Paul, but we choose an organization, and we say, I'm going to give, and we're going to give of our time, our treasure. We're going to do whatever it is that we can do, and find one. If you're in the East Valley, United Food Bank is an amazing resource, and there are great organizations in the East Valley. What they do at St. Mary's Food Bank. At St. Vincent de Paul, what I love about them and the others I just mentioned is they also understand being a good steward of money is important because people won't donate. But if you're not a good steward of people's time, then they won't donate their time. If they feel like they're wasting their time standing around, if it doesn't feel effective. So they are so efficient with your time when you show up to volunteer. Preparing meals, it's ready to go for you. And you hit the ground running and you prepare a meal for more people than you can imagine. Set the tables up, pitchers of water and everything ready for people to come in. And when the doors open, this flood of humanity that may be getting the only hot meal of their day, and you have the privilege of not only serving them, but then having the opportunity to sit down and meet people and see the reality of homelessness and see the humanity in the people that are sitting there. It's an amazing experience, and I hope you'll do it. That's why I'm kind of focusing on this. She talks about the importance of the volunteers.
It takes quite a lot of volunteers every day, and as we've scaled up over the last number of months to get to 7,000 meals, that's really been an important part of the process. So we have volunteers that come in every day that help us plate those, because many of those meals, some will go to our dining rooms and be served just like they would be in a restaurant, but others need to be plated up and, in the sense, like catered. And so we're using people every day.
It is if you've never done it, and I've told a story before about a mom who brought her, I think he was a 10-year-old boy, to a Saturday morning emergency food bag packing at United Food Bank. and he did not want to come. She told me the story. He didn't want to come. And then in the middle of it, he said to her, I can't believe there's this many hungry people. And he came and introduced himself to me and said, I'm having a great time. And I thought, what an advantage for a young man at 10 years old, and I think he was 10, to witness what was happening and have his heart changed, where you now realize there is an enormous satisfaction that you can get from being able to give. It doesn't mean your problems go away, and it doesn't mean your problems aren't real. Your problems are important. But what it means is, in a moment, you can impact somebody else's life. And what it does for you far outweighs what you are doing for other people. I've never left not feeling that way. So if you want to, St. Vincent de Paul, you can go to stvincentdepaul.net, and you can find out ways to volunteer or give. You can call them at 602-266-GIVE. That's 602-266-GIVE. As a way to find out more about volunteering opportunities in the new year, because the need never ends. It's just a great way to pitch in.
Thanks for watching the Mike Broomhead Show. Tap to watch the first season of Amazing Arizonans, a KTAR News podcast. You can also click the button in the middle to subscribe.